everybody, it's Jim and Josie with Ozark Mountain Goats, and today we are going to use up the last of our green tomatoes. You know, we've had a lot of cold weather. In fact, this morning it was in the 20s. So we picked all of our green tomatoes last week, and we're going to make some green tomato salsa. Now this is something new for us, so you're going to learn right along with us. But before we do that, we want to tell you about our 12 shout outs of Christmas. Instead of the 12 days of Christmas, we've got the 12 shout outs of Christmas. And I don't know if you've been aware, but there have been different people that have been doing shout outs for other channels. And we were actually shouted out by Kathy over at Windmill Acres and Copper Creek Cabins. So we want to thank her for that. Also, a few nights ago, Mark and Sarah over at Overlook Valley were celebrating their 1,000 subscriber milestone, and they mentioned us, and we'd like to thank them for that. So, our first shout out on the 12 shout outs of Christmas is, you want to do the honors?
No.
Because you have a bad memory?
She talks better.
Okay, anyway, it's James and Crystal at our Spryng Farms and Country. We actually met them this summer, and we hooked up with them in, I think it was the first weekend of October, the first Sunday in October. Baker Creek had their last festival of the season, and we met them there because they also live in Missouri. Yeah. And so we met up with them there and got to visit a little bit. So very nice people. Check out their website. Yeah, they've got goats and chickens, and anyway, so that is our first shout out. And while I'm at it also, I wanted to thank Jim and Sherry. I don't know if you noticed what I've got on. It's a boa, and you probably can't see the print, but it's covered in goats. And then these are just like wash rags or hand towels. And Sherry made this to Family Homestead. She made this, and Jim bought it for me for my birthday, which was on Halloween. So thank you. Anyway, we're going to get started. We got a lot of chopping to do. So we're going to cut away now because we've got 10 pounds of tomatoes to chop up and a bunch of onions and peppers and garlic. And when we come back, we'll start the assembly and tell you everything that we've done. Okay, we are back, and we rough chopped our tomatoes and our onions and our peppers, and so now we're going to put them in the food processor. This is a salsa, so you know you want kind of small pieces, and so that's our plan now. Pretty color. These are our Cuban peppers, real sweet. Wow. Oh, that garlic is strong. Okay, we got everything put through the food processor. Quit.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we got everything put through the food processor. The green tomatoes, the peppers, the onion, the garlic. And I should mention that this is a double batch. So what we've got in here are 8 pounds of green tomatoes, 6 cups of onion, 1 cup, actually, I was gonna say 1 cup of chopped jalapeno, but we didn't have any fresh jalapeno. We had dehydrated all of ours, and so that translated into about 5 tablespoons of dehydrated hot pepper. And so what we have chosen to use is our habanero and our jalapeno. It's about 50-50, right? So we've got 5 tablespoons of that. Then we've got 4 cups of chopped bell pepper in here. We've got 12 cloves of minced garlic. And now we're going to add some fresh cilantro. It called for a double batch, you needed 2 cups, And we didn't have quite 2 cups, so we did add some dehydrated cilantro into this. And also we are going to add 2 cups of lime juice and a cup of vinegar.
This is all for a double batch.
Yep.
So we'll put the
Single batch recipe.
single batch recipe in the description.
Okay, and these are all of our dried ingredients. What we've got here are 2 tablespoons of oregano, 4 teaspoons of just regular pepper, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, which is optional, but we've chosen to add it, 3 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of cumin, and 2 tablespoons of salt. And we decided to use canning salt. So that's what all this is. And now it's just a matter of mixing it up thoroughly, sticking it on the stove. Once you bring it to a boil, you're going to simmer that for 30 to 40 minutes. So we'll get this going, and when we come back, we'll be filling our jars. Okay, we're back, everybody. This simmered for about 30 minutes, and now we are just going to add it to our jars. This is a hot water bath method, so you just need to have sterile jars. And I'm just using a ladle. I'm going to ladle it in, juice and all. And you want to make sure you leave about ½ inch to 1 inch of headspace. Well, it looks like we're going to have a lot here. Of course, I think we're supposed to get, what, 16 pints? I think a batch does 8 pints. It smells like Mexican food, I think. I don't know if it's the cilantro that does it. Probably, but it smells just like a Mexican restaurant would when you walk in the door. Then you just got to clean off your rims with a paper towel and some water. Okay guys, 15 minutes and then we'll be back. Pretty good?
Mm-hmm. I like it. I'll eat it.
Good, because you got 16 pints of it.
Yeah, winky dinky.
Okay guys, there is our green tomato salsa, and Jim would give that a thumbs up. Yes, he liked it.
Yep.
He ended up, adding some salt to it.
Yeah, but you can always do that when you put it in a little bowl and if you're going to use scoops or something. Just sprinkle a little salt on it. Some people might not want more salt. I love salt.
Well, and who knows? I mean, you ate it before it was processed. It was just some leftover. We had a little bit left over.
It wasn't chilled down and it wasn't processed. So
yeah, so the flavors could definitely change after it has aged a little bit. So anyway, want to remind you about the 12 shout outs till Christmas. Please be sure and check out Crystal and James at Our Spryng Farm and Country.
Yep.
We will leave a link in the description below, and we will leave the recipe for a single batch of this green tomato salsa in the description below as well. So I think that's it for today. Please be sure to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and as always, we will catch you later.
action!
What are you doing? It'll get mushy when it's cooked. What?
Look what I did.
Quit.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait just 1 second. We got everything. Stop. Wait a minute. I can't talk without laughing. Okay.
Okay, we got this now.
Are you done
Yep.
messing around with that?
Okay.
You gotta quit looking at me like that.
Okay.